thank you for joining me at Bmore Fitness. I am Amanda, and today we're going to be doing a yoga practice, starting off with some deep relaxing breathing and stretching, and then we're going to do a little bit of yoga flow. So join me down on the mat. If you do have some blocks, grab them because they might come in handy. If you don't have any blocks, that's okay. If you've just got some heavy books that just allow you to bring your hands slightly higher off the ground, then you don't need to be incredibly flexible to get into any of the moves that we are going to be doing. So we're going to start off in child's pose, and at any point during this practice, if you become tired, just come back to this position because this is your resting position, and when you feel ready to rejoin, then feel free to join me at that point. So we start at the back of our mat, and you can start with your knees together, or you can bring your knees open in an extended child's pose. The toes come together and walk your hands forward. And we're just going to start here with the chest facing down towards the mat. Bring your forehead down onto the mat as well, and reach your fingertips as far away from you as you can. We're going to take a moment to breathe here. If your shoulders are feeling particularly tight, then bring your elbows down towards the floor. But if you can, try and really activate the muscles through the back and through the arms. Take a moment to breathe through your nose, aiming to really breathe deeply all the way down to the stomach, feeling your belly soften as it melts down between your thighs. We're also trying to keep the inhale and the exhale the same length of time. And normally we try and rush the breath, whereas we really want to slow it down. And at this point you might want to set an intention for your practice. An intention could be anything from increasing your flexibility to finding inner peace. With each inhale, allow yourself to take in the emotion of love and harmony. And as you exhale, feel yourself letting go of the thoughts of today and tomorrow. As you bring your mind, your body and your heart into this moment. Clearing your mind of all thoughts. And focusing on your breath. And how are you feeling in your body today? Let's take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, round out the spine as you come up onto all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, bring your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to come straight into our cat and cow. So as you inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, round out the spine. And again, continue to move with your breath here, working at your own individual rhythm. And after this last one, bring your spine back to neutral. Always being aware of pushing the ground away, pushing into your fingertips, and also to really support the body here, holding the belly button in and supporting the spine. As we inhale, let's reach up our right arm as far up as we can. Take the eye line up to your hand, and on your exhale, thread that arm underneath the left arm. Reach as far as you can as you bring your head and your shoulder to the floor. Now use your left hand to really pull that top shoulder back. Relax into that stretch, and you should really feel this between your shoulder blades. Continue to breathe slowly, evenly, and calmly. As you take your next inhale, push into this left hand and reach your right arm up to the sky again. Really rotate those shoulders, feeling that lengthening through the body, and bring your hand back down to the ground. Over to the other side, inhale. Exhale, thread your arm through the right arm. Bring your ear and your head and your shoulder down onto the ground and use your right hand to really rotate in the shoulders. As we take our next inhale, push into your right hand. Rotate the body once again. Take the eye line up towards the sky and exhale, bring your hand down underneath your shoulders. We're going to extend our right leg to the back, and as we do so, always being mindful of not allowing the back to sink. So push the ground away. Now, if this is challenging for you, please stay there, but if you can, reach your left arm forward and you want to try and bring that bicep all the way up in line with your ear. Reach the arm and the leg as you spread the fingers and the toes, feeling that lengthening through the body. Good, we're going to hold for one more breath. Good, now bring your elbow of that left hand down onto the ground as you bend your back knee. Now once again, if this is challenging, stay here. However, if you can, find your balance, grabbing that foot behind and reach that leg up. The balance is really difficult, so find that inner balance, hold the tummy, feel lengthening through the body. And then release the leg. Bring your hand to the floor and step up onto the other hand. Extend the left leg this time out to the back, reaching as far away from you as you can. Reach the right arm forward. Once again, spread those fingers and toes as you elongate through the body. So you want to feel like the top of your head is reaching in the same direction as your hand. Once again, we're going to bend that back knee. So first, bring your elbow down onto the floor. Find that balance, bend your back leg, and if you can, reach backwards with your left hand. Grab hold of the ankle if you can, as there's a lot of little bones in your foot. Feel that lengthening through the body. And then gently release. Bring your hand down to the floor. Step up onto the right hand. And let's tuck our toes under at the back. Now we're going to walk our hands back and we're going to bring our hips towards our heels. And we're coming into a toe pose. So lift up the heels as far as you can, but then bring the knees down. As you grow tall, find that balance within you. Hold sturdy in the body. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as you grow tall, breathing deeply. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the hands to the floor and then lift your bottom up and just let your body hang easily between the legs. Now we're going to pedal through the feet here. So now if this is difficult for you, just bring your hands to your thighs and you can pedal through the legs there. Otherwise, if you can, bring the hands to the floor as we lengthen through the back of the legs. And just for a moment, we are going to come into a ragdoll pose. So bend the knees lightly as you take your hands up towards your elbows and then allow your full body to hang heavy. So what I mean by this is we're just going to let the shoulders hang down by our ears. We're going to let our body hang heavy as our legs support us. And we allow all tension to just release from the body as it drips out through the top of our head. You can sway side to side here or forward and back. So whatever feels good for you in your body today. Release your hands down to the floor, and we're going to draw a line up our legs all the way to the thighs as we come up into a tabletop. Now make sure you don't push onto your knees. You can use your thighs to support you as you elongate your bottom back and you reach your head forward. So let's make a straight back here, and as you lengthen through the spine, you should feel a beautiful stretch through the back of the legs. Breathe in deeply. Now bend the knees ever so slightly and then round out the spine as we roll all the way up. Take your breath at the top, lift the heart, and exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to lead with the chest as we come down through a swallow dive all the way down. Keep your legs as straight as you can as you walk your hands forward into your plank position. So if this is difficult, please do place your knees on the floor. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. And as you do so, be conscious of pushing the ground away, tilting the pelvis under so that your lower back is not arched. And hold the tummy tight as you lengthen through the spine. Now lower the knees if they're not already down, unravel the toes, and we're going to lower the body all the way down to the floor. So exhale, lower. Inhale, squeeze your elbows together as you lengthen through the spine and come up into your mini cobra. And exhale, lower. We're going to do 2 more of those. And now try and keep the weight off of the hands. In fact, if you can lift the hands, even better. And one more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We're going to push up onto all fours again. So push into the hands and knees at the same time so that the hips don't lag onto the floor. Tuck your toes under at the back and let's push up into our first downward facing dog. Now because we're not quite warm yet, I'm going to suggest bending your knees as much as you need to. Straighten your back as you pull the shoulder blades down the back. And I want you to focus on your hands for just a moment. We want to push into our fingertips and into that space between the index and the thumb. Now those are the areas that are really supporting us, and we're trying to get most of the weight out of the wrist area. So out of the, the section just underneath the wrist. So push into the fingertips. And as you do so, lengthen through the spine, and then we're going to start pedaling through the feet here. And I really do suggest lifting up your heel as high as you can so that you are getting that stretch through the feet, not just the legs. And just aim to push that heel down as low as you can, feeling the stretch through your calf muscle, through your hamstring, but also through the lower part of your foot. Lovely, let's continue for 2 more breaths. Good, now let's inhale and lift up our heels, bend the knees, look at your hands, and walk or take 1 big step to the front of your mat. We're coming into that tabletop again, so you can draw the line up your thighs, or try and keep the fingertips on the ground as you lengthen through the spine. Feel the body growing as you pull the shoulder blades back. Once again, aiming to really push the bottom as far back as you can as you grow through the spine, lengthening through the top of the head. Hold for 1 more breath, and as you exhale, fold. Hold for your inhale, and then exhale, roll all the way up. As you get to the top, take your breath. Inhale, lift, and exhale, hands come to the heart. Now we should be feeling a little warmer. So inhale, lift, exhale, swallow dive all the way down. Hands come to the floor. Step the feet back into your plank position. Now if you're not ready for a full chaturanga, please place your knees on the floor, and you can either go into child's pose and then push up into down dog and meet me there. Otherwise, if you're ready for a full chaturanga, then we're going to rock over our wrists. Exhale, down, hover. Inhale, scoop the chest up into our cobra. And exhale, push up into your downward facing dog. Now try and bring your toes a little closer to each other, opening up the heels slightly. Lengthen through the body as you feel the full back body lengthening and getting taller. Lovely. On your next inhale, let's lift our right leg up to the back. Exhale, bend that knee and step all the way forward, and you may need to help that leg forward with your hands. So push down into the legs if you need to. Place that knee down onto the floor. Now, if you don't have flexibility, please do have one of your blocks available, and you can bring that block onto the inside of your foot so that you're not leaning quite so far over. Bring your right hand to your knee as we rotate through the spine, taking the eye line back. Now in this movement, we really want to be pushing the pelvis forward. So from your back knee to the front knee, aiming to get that straight line, and that way you're getting a beautiful stretch through this hip flexor at the back. Lovely. Now bring the body back, and once again you can use your second block on the other side as you rock the hip back and reach over the toes. Of course, if you don't need blocks, then just place your hands on the floor, lengthening through the spine. Good. Push back onto that front foot, lengthen through the back leg, and then again push back, reach your chest for your toes. We're going to do that one more time. So push into your front foot and then rock to the back. Lovely. And as we push onto our front leg, tuck your toe under at the back, push up into a low crescent lunge, and then push into your hand, step your right foot to the back. Once again, we're coming through chaturanga, so using your vinyasa flow, either go into your child's pose or do the flow with me. Here we go. So rock over the wrists, exhale halfway down, inhale, scoop into cobra, and exhale, down dog. Once again, bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. This time, let's try to get those heels a little closer to the floor. And if your knees aren't completely straight yet, then that's another thing to be working on. We always want to lengthen through the spine first and foremost. And then once the spine is beautiful and straight, we work on straightening the legs. Now push into those fingertips. We're going to inhale and lift up the left leg to the back. Exhale, bend your knee and step all the way forward. Remember to use your hands to help bring that foot forward if you need to. Lower your back knee and unravel the toe. You have your blocks, use them if you need to. So let's bring our left hand up towards our knee as we rotate the spine. Don't forget to push your hips forward, feeling that stretch through the hips, the hip flexor of the back leg, and even part of the hamstring of the left leg. Lovely, and you're getting that beautiful rotation through the body as well. So it's a lovely stretch all round. All right, bring the body to face forward as we rock our hips back, straightening out the front leg. Once again, we're aiming to lengthen through the spine as we reach our chest towards our toes and then push forward. Good, we're going to do two more. So rock back and exhale, push forward. We have one more. And push forward. Beautiful. All right, so let's tuck that toe under at the back, push up into our low crescent lunge. Push into your hands as you step your left leg to the back. Good, now lower both knees and rock back into your child's pose. Hold here as you breathe, finding lengthening through the spine and allowing your belly to sink down between the thighs. As we exhale, we're going to roll out the spine and come all the way back onto all fours, and bringing those knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're going to take our hips over to one side and then rock them back and over to the other side as we just stretch out the hips here. We're just doing a half circle. So pushing the hips back and over to the side. And if you want to, you can add a little bit of extra body in there. So by pulling the shoulder forward, you're getting some lengthening through the side body as well. So really, if you just think about doing whatever feels good for your body at this time. Breathing deeply and slowly. And here comes our last one. We're going to bring our hips back into neutral. Tuck your toes under, push up into your downward facing dog. Now lift up the heels as you inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and either take one big step forward or hop the feet to the hands. Inhale into your tabletop, reach the body as long as you can. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, table. And fold with your exhale. And this time, hold for your inhale. And as you exhale, roll very slowly. When we get to the top, take your inhale. And exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms wide as we come into a tree pose. So I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I am doing. You're going to start with your right leg being bent, and you've got 3 options here. So you can place your toe on the floor and lightly place your heel on your leg and find your balance there. Otherwise, bring your foot up to your calf muscle, or your third option is to bring your foot all the way up into your inner thigh. Whichever one you choose is absolutely fine. The thing to think about is really just pulling up and out of the hip that you are standing on, growing super tall, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other as we hold that balance. So I'm going to turn, stay there, so you've got your right foot up and you're standing on your left foot. So just for a moment, visualize your body and your leg being the trunk of your tree. And from your foot, feel the stability of roots penetrating into the ground, creating security, creating confidence and strength for you. Growing tall and majestically. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, let's step this right leg back into a high crescent lunge. So you're going to have to adjust that front foot as well. Inhale, lift. We're coming into our warrior 2. So rotate that back foot. That back foot should be lined up with the back of your mat, or even the toes pointing a little bit at an angle in towards the front. Your front knee and toe should be pointing directly to the front of your mat, and then pull the shoulders around so that your shoulders are completely in line with that front leg. Now take your gaze over your front arm. And this position is called Warrior 2 for a reason, because we stand here and we feel that inner warrior within us. That side of our personality that is strong and fearless. That side of us that is fierce and wanting to protect us and protect others, knowing that we're not going to take any nonsense, and we're going to stand up for our beliefs. Bring the palms up. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, push your hips to the back of the room as you reach forward, and then bring that front hand to your shin, and then reach this top arm up as we come into our triangle pose. Good. Now reach this top arm overhead, past the face and back up as we come into a reverse triangle, reaching the right hand down the right leg, lifting and growing through the left arm. Once again, let's cross the arm over our face and come back into a warrior 2. Windmill the arms all the way around, hands come to the floor. Step your right foot to the front. Inhale into your table. Exhale, fold. Inhale, table. Exhale, fold. Hold for your inhale. And as you exhale, roll up through the spine. When you get to the top, take your breath. And exhale, hands come to the heart. We're going to come into our tree pose, bringing the left leg up. So if you remember those 3 positions we discussed earlier, you're going to either bring your foot to the ankle, to the calf muscle, or all the way up to the inner thigh. So choose the position that you are comfortable with, that you feel you have balance in. And you know, your balance changes every day. So if it's not good today, then you might want to try standing on the side of your mat for a little bit more stability. But there are 3 things to think about with your balance. So think about elongating the body. You want to really extend in all directions. Hold your tummy tight and also keep your eyes fixed on something that's not moving. Grow tall, squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. And once again, bring your mind to that root that's penetrating from your foot, giving you the stability and the strength. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, step that left foot back. Come into high crescent lunge. Rotate the body as you come into your warrior 2. Once again, just double check the alignment of your feet, making sure that your front toe is pointing forward, the back foot is either parallel to the back of your mat or the toe is slightly pointed in. So your hips may be pointing there, but the shoulders are in line with the legs. So reach those arms, push down, feel that warrior within. Feel that strength and that courage building up within you, knowing that you can handle anything. Palms come up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push your hips back as you reach forward. Keep lengthening through the body. Bring your hand to your shin as you reach up and open the heart. Feel that stretch through the legs. Keep the spine straight and then reach up through that left arm. Reach to the back as you lengthen through the body. Really reach that right arm as high as you can as you lengthen down the left leg. Circle in front of your face and come back into your warrior 2. Good. Windmill your arms all the way around. Hands come to the floor. Rotate that back foot. Step your left foot to the front. Inhale into your table. Exhale, fold. Inhale, table. And exhale, fold. Hold for your inhale, and as you exhale, roll up through the vertebra. As you reach the top, take your inhale. And exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, reach. Lead with the heart all the way down. Bring your hands to the floor. Now we're going to step back into a plank, but if you prefer, try and jump. Now before you jump, if you haven't done it before, do please make sure that when you jump the feet back, that you don't let those hips drop down. So you want to support the body and especially the back. Now once again, just a reminder that you can lower the knees and lower yourself down to the ground, or you can go into child's pose, or you can join me with your vinyasa flow. So remember to bring those elbows over the wrists. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Toes come together, heels slightly apart. Breathe deeply. Pull the shoulders away from your ears and remember the points in your hands to place the pressure into so your wrists don't take the impact. Lovely. We're going to lift up the heels. Bend your knees just until they hover above the ground. and then push the hips back and reach back up into your down dog. Again, inhale up, bend your knees, hinge the hips back and lift up. Now you can carry on doing that version, or try and do slightly harder one, which is bend the knees, but reach forward, push back and lift up. Let's do that one more time. Lift up the heels, bend the knees, hinge forward, drop the hips back and lift up. Good. Lift up both heels, bend the knees, look forward and step or hop your feet to the front. Inhale into your table. Exhale into your fold. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the hands on the floor. Step back into your plank. Lower both knees to the floor. Cross the ankles over at the back and bring the hips over so that you are now on your bottom. So we're going to come to a few stretches here. So bring the soles of the feet together. And if this is uncomfortable for you, then please sit on your blocks, because that is going to create some height so you're not having to sit in this more difficult pose. So grow up super tall, roll your shoulders forward, up, back and down. Now if you would like to, you can close your eyes for this point. You can bring your hands over your knees and use a mudra if you prefer. Or you can just hold onto your ankles, maybe give your feet a little rub, and then bring your ear down towards your shoulder. Your chin comes to your chest. And over to the other side. Give me 2 more. And bring the eye line back up to front. You're going to circle those wrists in both directions. And then extend one leg out to the side, pulling the other leg in. Grow up tall and then slide your hand onto the inside of this foot as you reach all the way down. This other arm you're going to reach up overhead, reaching as far as you can over this leg. Lovely. Feel that stretch all through the side body. And then you're going to stay there, but rotate the shoulders to look straight onto the leg. So especially this front shoulder, you want to pull that as close towards your leg as you can. And that's going to give you a beautiful stretch all through the back body of the one side. Lovely. And walk your hand back up. That leg that is extended, you're going to bring it out in front. Line your heels up, or if you have the flexibility, bring one foot over onto the top of the other. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, reaching as far as you can. And this stretches all into the hips and the glutes. And gently walk your hands back up. That's such a good stretch. I feel like I could stay there all day. So we're going to take the other leg, and once again you're going to bring one foot in front of the other and line up your heels. Or if you have that flexibility, then bring one leg on top of the other, aiming to bring the foot up towards the knee. Once again, lift up tall out of your hips and walk the hands forward. Lovely, and let's walk that back up. We're then going to take our leg out to the side as we did with the first leg. So reach it out, grow up tall, extend the leg, and then reach up and over towards the leg as you slide your arm out in front of your leg, reaching as far as you can. And then let's turn the shoulders and bring our leg to look over to the leg, trying to rotate the shoulders. And come up. Now I highly recommend that you take some time for Shavasana, and you can do that on your own, or if you would like to do one of my meditations, I will link one of them up here for you. It's just 10 minutes and it's really great for relaxation. I hope you enjoyed your practice with me today. Please do join me again. Namaste.